This war on Republicans,
war on his own population.
war on a whole group of citizens.
The Dems are busy creating a fantasy of a civil war.
This president has actually caused a mini war between the states.
Pushing our country to the brink of civil war.
Declaration of war against half the country.
They're trying to goad you into an emotional state for violence.
He declared war on what, 74 million voters?
Declare war on you.
You stood in the way of progress. You are a Nazi. We hereby declare war on you.
Since losing the 2020 election, Donald Trump's Republican Party has ratcheted up its fear-mongering and sensationalized narratives about our country being on the brink of another civil war, whether it be from the clowns on Fox News.
But it's also regular people, maybe people that wear a MAGA hat, that have been attacked for years now. And we are fed up. We're fed up with Democrat policies. We're fed up with the woke ideology being shoved down our throat. And we're tired of our children being brainwashed into these same ideas. We want our own safe space, and we deserve it.
Or straight from the mouth of MAGA psycho and sitting Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who stopped short of openly advocating for a hot war, opting for the softer approach of calling for a national divorce so her fellow snowflakes can feel safe from the scary Dems trying to give them universal health care, raise the minimum wage, and implement common sense gun control regulations. But don't worry, there are some elected Republicans out there who could not care less about openly calling for violence to achieve their separation.
It's a showdown of power and loyalties and constitutionality. Let's say he does that. How many people say, no, you know what, screw you, Biden administration, and how many people stay and fight with Texas versus the federal things, and does that put us on course for a force-on-force conflict?
He's going to try to federalize these troops. In other words, put them on federal orders. And so now their allegiance technically goes to the President of the United States instead of the governor. I think they would be in a difficult situation to protect their homeland or to follow what Biden's saying.
Literally open it.
Very interesting. But then, then you've got Oklahoma and Florida and Tennessee, and you got all these other states that would send our National Guard to help and to support the efforts of Governor Abbott.
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, who signed a bill into law earlier this year allowing Oklahoma State Police to bypass federal authority and arrest and remove undocumented immigrants from the state, did not rule out banding together with other red states to send National Guard troops to Texas to take action on the completely false border crises. This should be troubling, regardless of where you stand politically. But to the MAGA base, it's a dream come true.
47% of people said in a recent poll that they're fearful of civil war in this country. Do you feel like we're close to that?
I mean, yes. Yeah.
In what way? I mean, we can't have a land war like we had in the 1860s, probably, right?
Keeping all illegal immigrants is going to happen no matter what. The turning point in this country and the way things are going and how bad it's gotten, I think the people are tired. I think they're fed up. And
with what specifically? I want to ask this question because if you look at the numbers, we have historically low unemployment. Inflation is coming down. The Fed is going to most likely be lowering interest rates. People are getting back to work and cities are opening up again. In general, I just want to know what the doom stuff is. Like what is the bad stuff?
Well, I don't think that's true at all.
I'm not inventing that. I'm just going off the numbers we always go off of historically.
Yeah, I mean, where are these numbers coming from? Like, I think inflation's at the highest, I think.
TYT's very own Michael Schur is about to get at the heart of understanding why MAGA feels this way about the country.
Inflation is up, but it's coming down, is what I'm saying. And the same measurements that we've used for Reagan and Clinton and Obama and Trump and Bush and everybody, we're using now, as we always have. So I'm curious as to where the things are not good is coming from.
I mean, we got crime running rapid in the inner cities, in all of our democratic cities. We got, like I said, gas prices record high. Yeah, of course they're coming down now. Inflation's coming down now because we're getting close to the election. But the past 3 years, it's been a show to say the least.
And do you blame the president for that?
100%. I blame his whole everything for that. All the Democrats for that.
So the Democrats,
it was not like that. Everyone was prospering. People were making money.
Well, we had a pandemic and people were out of work. It was a disaster, the economy.
Yeah, the pandemic. Of course, that happens during Trump's election. No coincidence there.
Well, I mean, it's not coincidence or incidence. It just happened. And the way, during Bush, the World Trade Center was bombed. I mean, those are things that happen to U.S. presidents, right?
I mean, there's a lot that can be looked into all of that. But I don't know. I just think the way the country is now, how bad it is, and yeah, you can say the numbers are going down and whatnot, but yeah, we're getting close to the election. I just think that Trump will bring everything back to the way it should have been, these past 4 years, and that's what it is.
Despite being presented with evidence, this dude defaulted back into the team sports mentality with a conspiratorial flavor for an extra kick that has held back progress in this country for so long. There is no battle between the forces of good and evil represented by each political party. The only battle is between the haves and the have-nots, and those with the most money having the most power. Thankfully, though, some slightly more sane MAGA dudes than these folks know the realities of war and the implications of what all of the rhetoric could bring about.
I'm in the Army. I don't want that. I don't want civil war.
Are you active duty?
I'm National Guard, but I'm going deployment this November of this year. And I don't want civil war. People is talking about war and things like that, people who don't know nothing about it. This is something that should never happen. I hope it never happen, because civil war or any type of war is a horrible thing. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to suffer. I don't even want to think about this, this type of thing, because civil war is a big word. It's a big word. It's better not even use it. But people is using it like for nothing. But I'm telling you, it's people who don't know nothing about war, about what it is, suffering, this type of things.
But for every person like this, there are at least 3 times the amount who have bought into the calls for a civil war or have given up on trying to prevent one from happening.
Do you think we're getting close to, and I'm not saying this hyperbolically because people are saying it all over, civil war, yeah.
I've said that numerous times. Yeah, I've said that numerous times. I've thought that a long time. I think they're going to push the wrong button pretty soon, or one of these days, and all hell's going to break loose. If it goes the wrong way and they go after ammunition and guns the way they already have, there's going to be trouble.
We're here for the people. We're ready to take our country back, get rid of the people that shouldn't be in office and put the people in that need to be in.
I think we're doomed. I don't know if it's going to happen.
I mean, I don't question that there's already been a national divorce. I mean, you go to any Thanksgiving, you just, your family members, there's no question that, I mean, this is crazy. We've got people wearing Trump stuff. It's like we've had to be in hiding for the last 2 years because we don't know if somebody's going to freak out if they know that we're a Trump supporter. Hush, hush. You got to keep it on the down low because you don't know how somebody's going to react to that. So,
are you concerned about the division in the country now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's horrible. It's just horrible.
People are saying we're headed toward civil war. Do you believe that?
Yes, we are headed toward, doomsday.
Tell me about that.
It's actually really scary. We need to have people stand up and say, hey, enough is enough, and take our country back. And hopefully Trump can get in there and get it done again like he did.
And what about civil war in this country? Are you afraid of that?
No, I am not.
People are talking about civil war now. You're hearing things, What do you think that's a possibility?
Of course. I don't think Biden's doing enough for peace talks with Russia, and it's a very real possibility that we could be in a war with them, which I don't know what his gain to not do that is, but he makes no sense.
The civil war, they want civil war.
Who's they?
The globalists. Let's go there. Let's talk about the globalists. Biden's not punching this down. Obama and Soros and all these other guys that people don't even talk about. We know who they are now. So the thing is, Biden doesn't know what room he's in. So that's all I can say.
No.
We might be on a precipice of civil war, but it ain't gonna last long if we do go to a civil war.
If he were to run again and lose, how would you feel?
I'd feel like maybe the people aren't thinking very well.
If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. Or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.